Good morning, friends, and happy Tuesday. I can't believe it is already January 7th. I can tell you right now that I know that January is going to fly by. I don't know about y'all, but last year, 2019, was just crazy, insane. It flew by. Feel free if you're joining in. Hey, Aaron, to drop questions in the comment box. I'll be happy to try and address them while I'm on. I do have a couple of things I want to talk about, but if not, I will make sure to, yes, I can send you a link so we can reschedule, Aaron. I will make sure to cover those next time I go live. So today I wanted to kind of address the question that I asked everybody yesterday. And the question was, like, what were you taught growing up about health and nutrition, or fitness and nutrition? And I got a lot of different responses. Some people were told to clean their plate. Others were told that if you were fat, you weren't pretty. Some were pretty much just given a really bad example or felt so restricted that they hoarded food and became overweight due to that. So, sorry, y'all. I've got a frog in my throat. So I wanted to share with you kind of like the way I was raised and also where it's led me and how I got where I am, and just a little bit more about me in case you don't know where I've been or how I got to here. So I was raised in a house with, of course, both my grandmothers loved to cook. My mom, not so much. She cooked, but she wasn't like my grandmothers who would just make food until the cows came home. Like, we would go over there on Sunday afternoons to her mom's house, and my grandmother would have like 4 or 5 different casseroles, 2 or 3 different options for dessert, tons of homemade biscuits, poppy seed chicken, a big old ham or a turkey. I mean, all kinds of food. Like, she made all of the grandkids' favorite side dishes. And of course, mine was macaroni and cheese. And she always had a potato casserole that she made that was, well, it was really good. um, but my mom was more of the let's have chili. And that was great, or we'll have green beans with chicken or whatever. And we did a lot of eating out as well because my dad traveled a lot for work and my mom worked. So we did a lot of eating out, and I remember, especially on Sundays after morning worship, we would head to either Lee's Chicken, which if you've heard of that, you should let me know in the comments because I've seen one in recent years, but it's been a while. We would go to Captain D's. There was a Hardee's in town, a really old Hardee's in town. And then once I was a teenager and I worked at Quincy's, which was a kind of steakhouse bar, like they had like a hot bar and a salad bar and a dessert bar and stuff, but you could also order steaks and stuff off the menu. My parents would always show up there on Sunday afternoons. So we did our fair amount of eating out. And when I was in high school, my mom would take me all the time to McDonald's and get me Big Macs and big fries. Hey, Valerie. I'm so glad you're here, hon. And like, I ate terrible in high school. And I've said this before, but I really was up until the age of 30. How old am I? I'm 41. So up until the age of almost 33, 32, I was a Mountain Dew Cheetos addict. I loved going to Subway and getting the roasted chicken breast with, all the bread, mayonnaise, lettuce, cheese, which there's nothing wrong with those, by the way, but I would eat it with a big old bag of Cheetos, and I would have a big old huge Mountain Dew to drink. And that probably was not my only one of the day. I was notorious for sitting on the couch, snacking at night, whether it was ice cream or chips. Those were my 2 go-tos. And so I kind of came to a crossroads where I just decided I was done with myself. I was not happy with how I felt. I was not happy with how I looked. And there was nothing that my husband could say to make me feel better about it. He thought I looked great, and I was like, no, I don't. I'm very unhappy, and I've got to do something about it. So I took charge. And I started with a get quick or get skinny quick fix, if that's what you want to call it. And it worked. And I'm not going to say that it didn't, because it worked because I was incredibly dedicated. And because I made a financial investment in myself. Okay. And those are 2 things that are the 2 of the main components to having success in anything you do is going to be the financial investment you actually make in it. Let's face it. How many times do we sign up for something that is free and we don't go anywhere with it? We might, like, I have done this in recent months. I'll sign up for some free training from some business coach and it might come to my inbox, but do I do anything with it? Whereas when I make an investment, I'm much more likely to get my money back out of it because I actually take the time, because that's skin off my back, right? So investing in ourselves, not only financially, but in time, when we actually take time out for ourselves to make us better, right? The other thing is that I was committed. I pushed play every day. I drank my shake every single morning, and I was committed. But here's the thing, I only did that for a period of time, and that was 8.5 years ago. And I have not done that for a very long time now. And I have kept those pounds off. I have kept all that weight off. I lost 4 sizes. I went from a size 10 to a size 4. And I lost 10 pounds. That's it. Just 10 pounds, 4 sizes. And I have been in a size 4 for the past 8.5 years. And yes, there are some days that something might fit a little bit tighter than something else, but it's because I changed my lifestyle. It is why I have been successful with my own health and fitness, is because I made changes. I did not go back to drinking Mountain Dew every day. I did not go back to eating Cheetos at night or eating ice cream every evening. I took the opportunity and I started making small changes to my diet, to my nutrition, to my exercise habits, so that I could see lasting change. And I am here to tell you that that is the only way I truly feel you can be successful long term, is if you make those changes. There is no quick fix that's going to stick with you forever. There is no quick solution to losing weight. If you do not invest and you do not commit and you do not make it a lifestyle, I would, if I were a betting person, I would bet you money you will put back on whatever you lose. And it's a sad but a very, very, very true statement. So I use myself as an example because, well, one, I know myself the best, and I can attest to you exactly what I have done and the process I went through to get where I am today. And it also, I want you to understand why I do what I do, because I help people because I was that person. I was very much the person who was unhappy in her body, who felt awful, who did not feel attractive for her spouse, and who just really and truly was just kind of, I guess, in a way, depressed. I mean, I don't know any better way to put it. I don't know that I was depressed, but I was searching for an answer. And once I found that solution, I ran with it. And I have kept it, and I have made it a priority and a goal. And it has made our house better. It has made my children better, and they have learned. And I do believe that it has allowed them to learn healthier habits. Something that's really interesting is that all 3 of our kids play soccer. And Caleb's the oldest, and he's going to graduate this year. And Lily and he are both playing. We homeschool, but they're both playing for school soccer teams. Well, Lily had to train all summer. She had so much conditioning to do, and she kept telling her older brother, she was like, you have got to work out. It's going to hit, and it's going to be hard. And, and so she is committed. She lifts weights and works out at least 3 times a week on top of running. She's very committed, and she's so much better off for it. And if you know my daughter, you know that she's had some issues because she has very lax joints. And so if she doesn't work out, things hurt a lot, and things pop out of place, etc. And it's not very comfortable for her. So it's been very good for her to stay committed. Caleb, on the other hand, just doesn't really feel like it's necessary. And so he went to training and kind of got his rear end kicked last night because he hasn't been doing what we've been trying to tell him to do for 7 months. Yeah, it happens. So he's learning the hard way. And some people do have to learn the hard way, especially teenagers. Anybody else have teenagers like that? They don't listen to a word you say. So anyway, I digress. I do that often. It's like the squirrel running down the road. Squirrel. I know y'all hear me say that all the time, but it's so true. I need a plan of action, and I don't normally have one. I normally just have things in my head that I want to share with people. So I want you to know that if you are there, you cannot be there anymore. you can make the choice to change. You can make the choice for a healthier lifestyle. And I promise you that if I can do it, homeschooling 3 kids with a husband who is very resistant to change, that you can do it too. I make that promise to you because it is simple. It just takes commitment, investment, and time. That's it. You learn new habits. You take your time. You own those new habits, and you slowly filter out. Those bad habits that are hurting you. So if I can help you, if you're that person and you're stuck, if I can help you, or you know someone that is there and they need that guidance, they need that support, please connect me with them. It would be a joy for me to be able to help somebody else on their journey, because I feel so very passionate that this is where the vast majority of women are, especially moms. And we just kind of tuck it away, and we just kind of hide it, and we put on that face that makes everybody think we're okay, or that life is great. And, when all we're really doing is just going about our business and doing the best we can. And on the inside, we're dying. And every time our husband tells us we look fine, we're like, no, I don't. I feel awful. And I really wish you could see that. But you know what? I understand it. I've been there. I see it. And I just want you to know that you have me as a support. I will be here for you. I will do my absolute best to help you be successful, because I know what it takes. I've been there. And if I can do it for this long, I know you can too. So I won't keep you any longer, but if you have any questions, if there's anything I can do, if you can share this with somebody, it will help. I pray that my story can reach someone, and that someone else will learn from it. Anything you want me to address later on this week, be happy to put that comment below. I'm also going to drop a link here. So if you want to book a session with me to talk and just go over your goals and what you hope to achieve. And sorry, I'm trying to type and talk at the same time, and that never goes well. If you want to book a time with me to just sit down and go over things and see if it's something that we can make doable for you, if it's something that you are struggling with, I would love to support you in that manner. Just use the link here, the Calendly link that I just dropped in our comments. And I truly hope that this is going to serve you in a good way, and that it will serve others in your life. Y'all have a very blessed day, and I hope to see you soon.